Hello, beautiful soul. I'm Samantha of Senses of the Soul, and this is my May full moon update for you. Well, we have this full moon in Scorpio, and I'm recording this today on May 12th, and it is the full moon, and it's very intense. I'm sure you've been feeling it coming up to this alchemizing energy that we're going through, this death, rebirth, soul retrieval. I mentioned this in my May Ascension update. We would really be moving into our shaman archetype. And that's exactly what this energy has been doing for us, getting us to see what we don't want to see or may have forgotten, and feeling a lot of emotions around old soul memories, old pain stories, things that maybe we didn't think were an issue, but they're coming up again or that we had resolved. So, again, it's just to keep us purifying so that we can be reborn and move into more authenticity, into more of that true self by the end of the month. I'm saying let the pain soften you, because if you resist this and try to not feel the pain, then you're not going to get the alchemizing wisdom from it as you go through this month. This May 12th Scorpio full moon is really alchemizing our path forward and deepening our divinity, our sense of who we are without all the heaviness of and density of the soul memories that we have here on earth. We are being transformed so that we can release from the subconscious. It's seeking light, this dense energy, these dense memories that we have, so that the wounds can heal. So we're shifting overall the tides within ourselves. And I mentioned we'd have a lot of neural reprogramming this month. That's definitely happening. You may be feeling it in different ways, whether it's headaches or pain here or a very tender scalp, especially as that crown chakra opens more. Some people may be getting shingles. That might be another symptom of what's happening there, or memory issues. So there's a lot going on here as we shift in the body and in the brain. And you're really being asked to tune out anything outside of you right now and focus on this internal healing at this time. There's a lot shifting down in the root chakra, because as we activate that 11th chakra, I mentioned that in my update in May, and that comes down through all the chakras into the root chakra. You're going to be experiencing shifts in your legs, in your knees. You might have issues in your ankles. There's a lot going on in the reproductive area that needs to clear. Digestion in your thinking process, as I said, that's being affected, and maybe aches and pains in areas. Anything you have to cleanse from your vibrational field and your cellular system that doesn't belong to your divine self, that's going to be happening right now. Dreams may be wild. You might know what's happening in them. You might not. You might see themes. They can be mild to very disturbing emotional aspects that are coming up for you and interrupting your sleep cycle. So that was really happening the first part of May. As we move through the rest of May, we're going to be speed healing, and that will continue to happen as well. So this death and soul retrieval is being activated by this moon coding and affecting our 11th chakra, as I mentioned. So ascending right down to the base of that spine, the root chakra, to awaken us so that we can embody the shaman archetype. So I said there's 3 archetypes we're working with this month. We have the shaman. That's one of the major ones in the root chakra. The other one's the earth mother, but we're working mostly with the shaman. And then we have the sorcerer, sorceress in that 11th chakra that takes us more into the true self and knowing that we can create our lives as we're freed from all of this debris down in the root chakra. So you may feel like you're being stripped down literally to the very base of who you are, without any false pretense or glitter. Nothing superficial is allowed to remain. So this is really so that you can show up with no apologies, no explanations, being authentically who you are. Now, through the rest of this month, we're going to deepen in this process, and we will be full on in rapid emotional healing. And that will perhaps deepen even more if there's a solar event, until we get to that May 26th new moon in Gemini. So get the support where you need to. Dig in, know that this is part of the process right now. But as you come out that other side into June, that is going to lighten up for you more. Trust in yourself. Okay, and what you offer, what you're here to do, what your soul purpose is, even if things don't seem to be moving in the right direction, or you're seeing tiny little breadcrumbs, keep going forward. You're building the resilience and the courage that you need. You're building that inner bridge to your authenticity. So keep going and get the support if you need, so that you can sit in your pain and really transmute what needs to be released from your body mind. Take the time to do that. And there's different ways to work with this. Scorpio really helps us eliminate because it brings up, it transmutes. It's like going into the underworld. There's a lot of shadow, and I call it shadow riding. And sometimes you're only hanging on by the tail, but you need to work with this because it'll really help you come out the other side. Do a detox if you feel you need to detox your body. There's lots of good detoxes out there. A dandelion root. I have a release the anger tea, which is very good. It has dandelion root, among other things in it, that really clean the body out in that liver gallbladder area because our digestion is getting affected a lot. We're transforming our power center and our sense of self-worth through this. You can do intermittent fasting if that helps you and feels better. Really honor your body, know what it needs, listen to your feelings, know when you need time on your own. This is a time to sit in where you want to be going forward, but not make any rash decisions because you're bringing up all this internal tension. Okay. And you may want to walk away from things in your life. But the fact is if you sit in this, it's really going to transform. So transform it instead of walking away. You can do yoga practices. Those will help you. Going out in nature. I always say gardening, walking every day, breathing, working with sound bowl healing, crystal bowl healing of any kind will really support you to bring those feelings up, transmute them, release them, right? Really work with your bedtime routine. Make sure that you are calming yourself before bedtime through, say, a calming tea. I have a feel no fear tea or something that will calm you. And then you are not on electronics and processing a lot from those right before you go to bed. Have a nice hot bath, Epsom salt bath to clear your field. That will really help. Spray lavender spray. I have a lavender hydrosol. I'll spray that on your pillow, spray that over yourself. All of that will help. Whatever you need, you may need to go and get psychological counseling right now or help coaching wise to get you to sit in this process as you're going through it. So continue to do that. This will really help you to transform and make it through this process much more easily so that you can feel that you are sitting centered amid the chaos. And that's what we're learning this year, to send really centered in that wise self, in being a wise advocate. That's one of the new earth archetypes as we go through this year. And as we get through the rest of this month, we have a new moon in Gemini on May 26th. And it gives us a more stable platform as we get to that new moon, as we've purged, cleared, healed, gotten more wisdom. We're sitting more in our heart center, connecting the head and the heart more instead of the head ruling and taking us down rabbit holes or getting us to make decisions that are not in alignment with our highest good. This new moon in Gemini will help us. We'll experience that wisdom and more of an urge then to walk our path forward and have more meaning. We want more meaning. You're going to be looking for more meaning going forward, welcoming more light, want relationships that are connected and aligned with you, and you'll be attracting that. Okay, putting in those boundaries, having those healthy boundaries in your relationships. And as we go into June, we're going to be deepening our sovereignty and our sense of spirituality. And we'll be tested, of course. That's all part of walking the path of the ascension process. And we're going to therefore engage in greater growth and expansion and freedom. So for more, see my full May 2025 Ascension Energies update. And I'm sending you lots of love. Be well, and I will see you in June.